It's time to talk Detroit Lions first pad practice for NFL training camp. We got a lot of observations to talk about. We got some players who's ascending up, some are going down. Let's get at it.
It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to Detroit Lions Talk with MicroMike. We talk all things Detroit Lions, news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, and everything regarding our franchise. In this video, we're getting down to the first padded practice of our beloved Detroit Lions. We're going to talk about the observations that was taking place, players who did good, players who did not do good, and obviously just everything Detroit Lions training camp. But before we get into this big bad boy, if you're not a subscriber, smash that subscribe button. Let's get to 15K. With your help, it can get done. Also, let's get the likes up. Who knows? Let's try for 200 likes in this video. I think we can do it with your help because the One Pride is legit and real. Hey, practice is all important. Pads are on. No more wearing pajamas. Pajama warriors, like Dan Campbell likes to say. It's now the meat and grind of training camp, and a lot of things have taken place about it. A lot of things have shown that the Lions are doing that's important to what we're trying to do here. Tracy Walker beasting out in camp, definitely showing his skill set when we got him as a rookie. Looks like he's going to have a bounce back season because he's already locked down that safety position. So that is very good for one half of the back end. However, when it comes to the other safety position, we still got a legit camp battle going on here. We got Harris, DeMarlo. Who is going to take the spot? I think this one is definitely going to go down to the wire. We're going to have to see how training camp keeps continuing to go, as well as the preseason, to see who wins this job, because that is going to be extremely important for the rest of this NFL season, locking down that one positional group. Comment under the pinned comment. Who impressed you the most so far in camp? Just put in a name. It could be Jared Goff. It could be Alim McNeil. It could be anybody. Throw in a name who has impressed you at training camp. When it goes to the linebacker position, we're still having a battle there, but Anthony Pittman, another standout, making big-time plays for the Detroit Lions. That is out freaking standing. I love seeing these young guys get in there and do a good job. That was one of the positions that we have a weakness for the Lions, and he continues to show strides and be a better player with the pads on and not just with the pajamas on. When it comes to the cornerback battle, there is one issue going on, and that is Ifeatu Melifonwu. He did not have a good practice today. Jerry Jacobs looks to be ahead of him for the backup role for that position. Ifeatu Melifonwu, I think they should just try him out at safety and start putting him there. Give him something to work on, and he can grow as a rookie, because that's what it's important for him to do, because he has talents. We need to see those talents in a position of weakness. I think safety would be a good spot for him. But shout out to Jerry Jacobs. Continue to show his stride and to be a potential backup at that cornerback position. Dunbar not working out as well again, as he was not playing due to undisclosed issue. So he continues to be a player that is definitely looking to be a non-starter for the Lions. Kevin Strong beat out Halapoulivaati Vaitai, showing that he is trying to make the roster for the Detroit Lions. Can't count this guy out as well. Romeo Okwara going up against rookie Penei Sewell. He did not dominate Penei Sewell, but he was getting his as this defensive line continues to get better. When we're talking about the defense, there is one specific player we really need now to throw in for this rotational group, and a guy who we selected in this year's draft, Alim McNeil, really showed out in padded practice. He was good on his feet and opening up the holes for Jamie Collins to take down DeAndre Swift. Alim McNeil right now is looking like the stud star guy that we picked up who could ascend and continue to be a major piece of the interior of the defensive line. Who would have thunk this guy could be the breakout player for the Lions? Sending people down like a ragdoll and beating offensive linemen, putting them on the ground. This is fantastic news, as one of the weaknesses last year for the Lions was the defensive line when running backs were going up the middle on us and just torching us on the ground. Trey Flowers had a very good play, dropping back, knocking the ball down from Jared Goff, throwing it to Tyrell Williams. That was one issue we talked about before this season started, is can he transition? So he did good, and that's a positive aspect because we need him to really stand out with his new role that's going to be taken on. As we know, the middle of the field gets exploited, and so this is good news for Trey Flowers. Hopefully he can continue to get better as he transitions a little bit to help out the Lions. Quintez Cephas finally made a play there from Tim Boyle. Quintez Cephas beat Parker on 11-on-11 drills, taking a deep pass from Tim Boyle, as well as beating down Corned Elder and getting some passes. So he's continued to have a solid camp so far, but it's nice to see him being noticed today for training camp. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Ifeatu Melifonwu got into it on special teams. I love the passion. This is kind of what you want to see in camp. People are going at it and going full string here. So Amon-Ra St. Brown looks to be the third wide receiver as he continues to dominate and getting open and getting passes from Jared Goff. Fantastic news from the wide receiver. Not only that, he's shown that he can run block as a wide receiver, stiffing the corner and giving nice room for the run game. Hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes in this video. With your help, we can get it done. Let's break 200. I think that, hey, when you break that type of numbers there, it pushes the video out, and that would help the channel out, as well as going against the legacy media and show them that we all have a voice. You have a voice. Let's get that video out there. Jermar Jefferson finally made it on here. He made a very good cut today with one of the longest runs so far in camp, showing his ability to cut and show his speed. It's nice to hear from Jermar Jefferson, as he has a knack for cutting back and explosive and accelerating. Something we need on offense is explosion, and he showed that today. Jared Goff continues to be solid, scoring a touchdown on 7-on-7 drills. Getting that accuracy is exactly what you want him to see, and so far, he has definitely shown that. Still not seeing the big, deep pass yet. Hopefully it does open up, but he's having a solid camp so far. Penei Sewell finally was in pads, and we wanted to see his transition from left to right, and it seemed seamless today as he was light on his feet and doing good work against Okwara. The one issue is he had a couple false starts. When that occurred, they went and put in Terrell Crosby. Terrell Crosby did perfectly fine at the right side. So far, so good. Players that are trending down, Quentin Dunbar, again, like we said, he has not practiced. He continues to fall a little bit here as the other cornerbacks, such as Jerry Jacobs, is taking advantage of this. Ifeatu Melifonwu did not have the greatest showing today. Obviously, he's young and a rookie, but consider that it wasn't that great. I have him trending down. Tight end Brock Wright dropped a few passes. Levi Onwuzurike, I want to say this is training down, but he didn't practice, undisclosed injury. Not really training down, just more of an injury thing. Derek Barnes remained sidelined as well due to a hamstring injury. Hopefully he can get better. And wide receivers Sage Surratt, Javon McKinley lost a little reps today. A lot of players trending up today when it comes to the Detroit Lions. Obviously, Penei Sewell doing a very good job. Romeo Okwara, Trey Flowers dropping back. Jared Goff continues to show that he is an accurate quarterback. Quintez Cephas making a big-time play. Amon-Ra St. Brown showing his steadiness. Jerry Jacobs looks to be the surprise of the camp, as he looks to be possibly a backup for the Lions. And obviously, Jeffrey Okudah showing exactly why we drafted him last year, and he's showing a solid camp. And Austin Bryant being activated off the PUP list. Other notes here when it comes to the Detroit Lions. The Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford injured his thumb hitting it against a helmet. Why am I talking about on here? Because what the Rams do directly affects the Detroit Lions. Their record will dictate what type of draft pick the Detroit Lions get, and it's the former Lions quarterback. This is something that we've seen multiple years as Detroit Lions fans. Matthew Stafford hurting his hand, putting that glove on, and not doing as good. I don't know if he's going to wear a glove or how this is going to affect him, but it is important to talk about. Former Detroit Lions wide receiver Kenny Galladay out with a hamstring injury. Looks like we made the right move to not sign him. All in all, so far so good in training camp. It's better than my expectations initially were of the Lions. It looks like that this team is really starting to get behind the coach and the philosophy of Dan Campbell. That is extremely important for the future of this franchise. Still, it's just one padded practice. We need multiple padded practices. We need to see how the team can hold up. Injuries can happen. And so far, knock on wood, not a whole lot of injuries have occurred. Hopefully it continues to be like that. But love seeing the rise of these undrafted guys. I love seeing the rise of people who had no idea of making the football team, and they come in and start to make some noise. So hopefully we get more of the Jerry Jacobs and the Pittmans of the world to really elevate this team better than we think. And that's how you win football games, is getting players out of nowhere that can be a contribution to your football squad. In the upcoming videos tomorrow, we got the One Pride podcast on my channel at 6:30 p.m. It's generally Thursday, but I'm not going to be available on Thursday as I'm driving to Detroit. So it's tomorrow night at 6:30. If you got questions, we may have some answers. Come in, drop in, let's have a good time. Also, dropping videos every single day, news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions, as well as everything regarding training camp and updates and observations. On Sunday, we do have the Q&A session on my channel at 11 in the morning. Make sure you're there, a one-on-one session with you and myself.